Today is another day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. You see how excited I am? Yes, I am a Barcelona fan and definitely have to be excited. It's been a while. We won against Bayern Munich for over 8 years now. We've not won against Bayern Munich. And fortunately for us this time, we were able to beat Bayern Munich. If you followed my channel yesterday or the video I posted yesterday, I stated it up clearly that Barcelona will not use that match. And the channels I said Barcelona are going to use to beat Bayern Munich, if it's possible, was what Barcelona used to beat Bayern Munich. It was 4-1 at the end of the match. Kudos to Hansi Flick. I mean, he's experienced than Vincent Kompany. I don't expect Vincent Kompany to beat Hansi Flick with that experience. A coach who has coached Bayern Munich for four seasons and has achieved a lot. Won the treble and sextuple with Bayern Munich. You could clearly see he knows the club. And then he today you check his game plan. It clearly shows that he went into the game with a plan, and the plan worked perfectly for him. If you monitor my post yesterday, I said Barcelona played a high line this season, and Bayern Munich have quick attackers that can hit Barcelona on any day. And you check Bayern Munich's equalizer, it was because of that high line. They got advantage and then they crossed the ball in Hurricane and scored the goal. But before the equalizer, you watched Raphinha's first goal. In my previous video, I said Raphinha is very quick, and with the Bayern's high line they play, because Raphinha is very quick and Barcelona have enough players at the back who can link up with the attackers up front. Barcelona might take advantage of that. And obviously, with the 3 goals that Raphinha scored, it was due to the high line of FC Bayern Munich, which was obvious. So this game was an open game. But I said if it was a Pep Guardiola student who was coaching Barcelona, I would have said, oh, this game Bayern Munich had the advantage to win. But at this time, a Pep Guardiola's son is coaching Bayern Munich, and a typical German coach who wants to play a quick transition ball is coaching Barcelona. So the tables stand. The time Bayern Munich were dominating Barcelona, they were using that quick transition to beat Barcelona on any day. But this time the table has turned and Barcelona took advantage. You clearly watch the game. You could see Bayern Munich dominated the midfield, even especially at the first 20 minutes of the game. A lot of people were asking. Those that watched the game were saying, oh, Bayern Munich are dominating the game and they are not, Barcelona are not actually playing. And after they equalized the first goal, some people even said Bayern Munich will go on and then beat Barcelona. But I told them that, you see, you can't, that with the press Bayern Munich started with after the match started with the press, how Bayern Munich were pressing. If you try to play short passes at the back, they might press you and then you commit a lot of mistakes. So I like the idea of Hansi Flick trying long balls instead, so that if the team settle, they will now bounce back and play their normal game. And that's actually what helped Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick is actually working very well for FC Barcelona. Yes, Hansi Flick is working because a team that struggled last season, you come and then pick that team with only one addition. Yes, they only added Dan Olmo. And Dan Olmo didn't even start. So these were the same players that we used last season. I will never sit anywhere and say Raphinha, sorry, Xavi is a bad coach. Yes, on any day I do say that Xavi is not a bad coach, but Hansi Flick have that experience as compared to Xavi, and he understands the German game, and he has worked on the man management of the players, and that's what Hansi Flick have over Xavi Hernandez. It's actually working perfectly. You see, Raphinha last year Vinicius Junior scored yesterday. Vinicius Junior scored a hat trick, and I was waiting for a response from Raphinha, because this season, if you talk of the best Brazilian player in Europe this season, I'm talking about this season, I'm not saying last season, this season is no other person than Raphinha, and another hat-trick. This guy was a rejected stone last season, and now he has turned into a cornerstone. That's what you can do to create to silence your those who doubt you. It's actually playing well. You see the Barcelona midfielder, Marc Casado, he's very workaholic, his confidence on the ball and his pass. See that ball to Fermin Lopez, and that's it. Lamine Yamal. You see, I've heard a lot of people say Lamine Yamal is a normal player. Yes, you have your own opinions, and opinions are like notice. You can share your opinion on any day, at any time. You are free to say whatever thing you want. But let's be realistic. The kind of game this boy is playing at the age of 17, and today, Afonso Davies struggled to handle a 17-year-old boy. This Afonso Davies played against Messi. He played against Neymar. That PSG side against Mbappe, he was able to handle those people. But today against Lamine Yamal, this guy was struggling. I am not saying Lamine Yamal is better than Messi or Neymar or this, but this guy is a prospect who on any day, growing up, if he's able to improve on his game, he'll become a better player. So don't say he's a normal player. You have your own opinion, but the guy is a he's a super talent. and managing him well without injuries will end up becoming one of the best players football will ever seen. I mean, the game, I said it, I made my predictions yesterday. You clearly see Bayern Munich dominated the midfield, obviously, and Barcelona took their chances. That was how it was in previous matches. Barcelona would dominate the game, but Bayern Munich would take the chances they get in their possession. And even in the 8-2, surprisingly, Barcelona lost 8-2, but possession, Barcelona won possession. That clearly showed that Hansi Flick quick transition really helped his teams. And against company who will relax and dominate the game in midfield, definitely you are going to concede. But Manuel Neuer, this is a top goalkeeper. When you're talking about the best goalkeepers football has ever seen, you can't talk and then you not talk about Manuel Neuer. But today, this Raphinha's third goal, with the pedigree of Neuer, I expected him to be able to at least handle that ball. I was expecting to be able to handle that ball. And by the Bayern Munich team, they are good, but Barcelona this season, as Flick has shown, the Barcelona team has shown character, they've shown quality, and they've shown they are eager to win something, and it's actually working very well for them. And if Barcelona end up going far in the Champions League, don't be surprised, because they lost their first match to Monaco, and it was due to the red card. And I always say this, not that I'm a Barcelona fan, not that because I'm a Barcelona fan, it was due to that red card. We saw how the red card affected the game. You can't defend for 90 minutes when you are having a numerical disadvantage, and it couldn't work for Barcelona. But in the second game, they made a statement against Young Boys. People said Young Boys are not that top class, that top level club. You beat them by 5 goals, and then you jubilate, which we understood. Barcelona fans understood. But today against Bayern Munich, not the Bayern Munich last season, Bayern Munich this season, they are having a good season. And last weekend against Stuttgart, they scored Stuttgart by 4 goals today in the second half. But this time, Barcelona have handled them. Hansi Flick has handled them. The defensive line, very solid. Barcelona's defensive line, very, very solid. But in the first 60 minutes, they were trying to disappoint. But hey, the highlight of Barcelona is actually working this season. They know they don't have that aggressive defenders to recover all balls, so they will now take advantage of the highlight. They set it very well for to set the trap for their opponents, their attackers, and then they also always fall into that trap. Jamal Musiala came in, and you could clearly see if Jamal Musiala started the match, we would have been talking about different things right now. The guy is a baller. Let's be honest with ourselves. The guy is a baller. He knows how to play ball. Let's be honest. He's a dangerous player. So Barcelona were fortunate this time that the guy couldn't start. But I think now the disrespect was too much for FC Barcelona. I mean, beating Barcelona in the last 5 matches they've played. The last time Barcelona beat Bayern Munich was in 2014-2015. And even that one, out of those 2 leagues, Barcelona won only 1 league out of those 2 leagues. But now, Barcelona are up there. And on Sunday, we are going to play Real Madrid. Yes, it was going to be a big match because Real Madrid won. They made a statement win yesterday against Borussia Dortmund after coming back by 2 goals to 0. Vinicius Junior with a hat-trick. But today, Barcelona also won by 4 goals to 1 against Bayern Munich. Raphinha with a hat-trick. Let's go and watch the Brazilian battle between Raphinha and Vinicius Junior. Lamine Yamal will be on the wings doing his normal thing. I think it's normal for Lamine Yamal to dribble pass and create players. Check that assist he gave to Raphinha for his 3rd goal. Come on. You watch this pass at the age of 17. The 17-year-old boy is giving this pass to opponents or his player. He's giving this pass. Check that vision and the technique he used to play the ball. The timing, because any delay from Lamine Yamal would have caused Raphinha to be in the offside position. So he timed the ball very well and he laid that pass, and it ended at Raphinha's position at the right time. Kudos to Barcelona, Hansi Flick. They actually did well. Now, Atletico Madrid. You see, Atletico Madrid made some signings the transfer window. They signed Conor Gallagher, Solots, Linomans, is injured, and then they signed Julian Alvarez. Now, these are attacking players with the exception of Linomans and then Gallagher, who is a defensive, or who's more defensive and going into battles in the midfield. These players are attacking midfielders. They already have Griezmann. They already have Angel Correa. They already have Rodrigo De Paul, Koke. They all have quality. You understand? So against Lille beats Real Madrid at their own backyard. but their performance away this season has not been solid. Listen to me very well. The performance of Lille hasn't been solid. Hasn't been solid. So they travel to Civitas or is it Riyadh Metropolitano at your own backyard. You have your fans to support you. You score the first goal. You now sit down and they equalize and beat you by 3-1. I've always said this. This coach at Bayern Munich, Diego Pablo Simeone, is actually not actually living up to expectation, and I don't know what's actually wrong with the management of Bayern Munich. This coach should have been fired by now because you don't have Julian Alvarez, you don't have Griezmann, you don't have Solot, you don't have Gallagher, Rodrigo De Paul, Koke in a team, and then you sit down and lose by 3-1 against Lille. And their last match in the Champions League, they lost to Benfica by 4-1. And mind you, Feyenoord beat Benfica today by 3-1, even at the backyard of Benfica. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid went there and lost by 4-0. So what is he actually doing? Because with these players signed for him and it's in the transfer window, we don't expect him to lose to these clubs. With respect to those clubs, they actually playing well, but with the pedigree, with the quality Atletico Madrid has, you don't expect them to lose this match. Manchester City against Sparta Prague, we won't expect anything. I mean, Manchester City will definitely win that match. Yes, Manchester City will definitely win that match. Inter Milan also won against Young Boys. It took a late goal for them to win. Yes, Young Boys. Young Boys are not playing very well, even in the league and the Champions League this season. But so because of that, Inter Milan took advantage to do some rotation. It was not actually going well in the first half, and then early in the second half. So it took the late goal for them to be able to beat Young Boys. Now the next big match, the second big match of the day was between Liverpool. Liverpool traveled to Germany and they played Leipzig. You see, another team that is playing very well. They are on form. They are on fire this season. Is Liverpool. Leipzig is on form in the German Bundesliga, but surprisingly, apart from Stuttgart, who won yesterday against Juventus, all the German clubs in the Champions League lost. Yes, all the German clubs in the Champions League lost. Dortmund lost yesterday to Real Madrid. Bayern Munich has lost today to Barcelona. Leipzig lost to Liverpool. In the last Champions League, or in the last match, in the last Champions League, it was Spain. They flirted to deceive. But this time, it's the Germans. You see, this match, especially Liverpool traveling to go away, it was a bit dicey. You can't predict easily because Leipzig are on form. They are playing very well this season. Liverpool are playing very well this season. But the slightest advantage, or the advantage Liverpool had, was also their character they have in the UEFA Champions League. Mind you, they've won this trophy 6 times, and they have enough quality to be able to beat Leipzig. That was the only advantage they had. And it was only one goal. It was a slim margin. That was next with the goal. Mohamed Salah with an assist. These are the people you expect them to rise to the occasion. Mohamed Salah on any day is better than any Leipzig player. And they actually did the job very, very well. Kudos to Liverpool as well. Now the UEFA Champions League is the standing is clear now. We have Aston Villa with 9 points, Liverpool with 9 points. If you are checking Barcelona are 10th. Barcelona are 10th with only 6 points because they won only 2 matches. They lost their first match to AS Monaco. I think we enjoyed a very good game at the Stadio Olympique in Montjuic. Yes, they showed the beautiful football. Yes, and then we enjoyed. This is Albertine Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then you subscribe and don't forget to also to all.